Take a look at your screen. If you've spent the last hour lost in an endless scroll, you aren't just killing time, you are experiencing a biological deterioration of your mental state, a phenomenon the Oxford Dictionary officially named brain rot. But this isn't just about scrolling too much. Recent data, published in the journals Nature and Brain Sciences, reveals that our digital habits are causing a massive shift in how our brain-wide networks communicate. We are locking our brains into a narrow, high-frequency state that literally exhausts the prefrontal cortex, leading to cognitive overload and emotional desensitization. Most productivity gurus tell you to go on a dopamine detox, but they're missing half the story. Today, we are moving past the myths. We are decoding the actual neurobiology of focus, and I'm giving you the protocol to reset your cognitive baseline based on the latest research. Stop the scroll. Let's look at the data.
As a neuroscientist, I want to talk about a feeling that has become, well, almost universal. It's that mental fog, that static in your head after you've been online for too long. It turns out this isn't just a feeling. It's a real phenomenon, one that we're now studying, and it even has an official name, brain rot. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into the brand new science of why you feel this way. And more importantly, I'm going to give you 3 specific, data-backed protocols you can use to fix it. Let's get into it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You've been scrolling maybe for an hour, maybe for 3, and when you finally look up from the screen, your mind just feels mushy. It's like you can't grab onto a single clear thought. It's all just noise in there, right? Okay, first things first. If this is you, I need you to understand that this is not a personal failure. This is not about you lacking discipline or being lazy. What you're experiencing is a completely predictable physiological response to the insane digital environment we all live in. And get this experience is now so common, it's officially been given a name, brain rot. And it's not just some internet slang anymore. It was just chosen as Oxford's word of the year. And when that happens, it moves from being a meme into something that people like me, researchers, can and should study very, very seriously. So let's be really clear about what we're talking about. What does brain rot actually feel like? And how are scientists starting to define it? Well, a brand new review in the journal Brain Sciences just laid out the symptoms, and I'm guessing some of these are going to sound pretty familiar. We're talking about a seriously weakened ability to pay attention, that little hit of anxiety you feel when you're separated from your devices, and of course, finding that hours have gone by while you've just been consuming, well, junk. All of this leads directly to real, measurable impairments in your memory and concentration. But to really get why this is happening, we have to look under the hood. It's not just a feeling, it's biology. It really boils down to 2 critical systems in your brain getting thrown completely out of whack. Your cognitive load system, which is like your brain's processing power, and your neuromodulator system, which controls motivation. So let's start with that first system. The easiest way to think about your cognitive load system is like the RAM in your computer. It's your active working memory, the mental desktop where you get things done. Now think about what endless scrolling does to that desktop. Every short video, every notification, every single headline is like opening another browser tab in your brain. You are forcing your mind to context switch at a speed it just never evolved for. And we call that cognitive overload. The research here is crystal clear. This directly harms your most important mental abilities, your memory, your ability to plan, to make good decisions, and to solve hard problems. So this brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If being in this state of overload feels so draining and unproductive, why on earth is it so hard to stop? Why is it so addictive? Well, the answer lies in that second, deeper system. And this is where we need to talk about that powerful little chemical, dopamine. Now, a lot of people think dopamine is the pleasure molecule. It's not. It's better to think of it as the motivation molecule. It's what tells your brain what is worth your time and energy. And here's the thing, modern social media, endless feeds, they are engineered masterfully to hijack this system. Every little like, every comment, every refresh that shows you something new, it provides a tiny, fleeting hit of dopamine. It's not satisfying, but it's constant, and it creates this powerful feedback loop that trains your brain to constantly seek out that easy, low-effort reward. Now, here's where the new science gets really fascinating. it's not just dopamine doing this. It's actually a tug of war happening at the molecular level between two different kinds of dopamine receptors. You've got your D1 receptors, think of these as the stick with what works crew. They love a known, easy, predictable reward. Then you've got your D2 receptors. These are your go explore crew. They push you to seek out new things, to learn, to tackle a challenge. So this sets up a constant battle inside your brain between two modes: exploitation and exploration. Exploitation mode is run by those D1 receptors. That is the endless scroll. It's super low effort, and you get that predictable little dopamine drip. But exploration mode, that's driven by your D2 receptors. This is about taking on a challenge, like learning an instrument or reading a difficult book. It's higher effort, the reward is uncertain, but it's ultimately where all real growth and meaning comes from. And this isn't just a theory. We can actually see this happen in the brain. Now, I know this is a complex scientific image, but the takeaway is incredibly simple. When researchers quieted down that D1 exploitation pathway, it literally cooled down brain activity. That's all the blue you see. But when they boosted the D2 exploration pathway, it heated up the brain networks, making them more active. That's the orange. It's a literal picture of these two opposing systems at work. So here's the bottom line. Brain rot is the state your brain gets into when it's stuck in that D1 dominant exploitation loop. And the more time you spend there just scrolling, the weaker your D2-driven circuits for exploration become. Your brain literally gets out of practice doing hard, interesting things. Okay, I know that sounds pretty bad, but this is the most important part of this entire explainer. This is reversible. Your brain is not broken. Because we now understand these mechanisms, we can use very specific science-backed protocols to heal it. The solution is a straightforward three-step process. First, we have to tame that cognitive load. Second, we need to reset our dopamine system. And third, we must actively, intentionally rebuild our capacity for exploration. Okay, protocol 1, tame cognitive load. This is all about damage control. You have to reduce the constant noise. Be absolutely ruthless about curating your feeds. Unfollow anything that's low value. When you need to focus, practice single tasking. Close the other 25 tabs. And critically, schedule screen-free time every single day, even if it's just 30 minutes, to let your brain's processor actually cool down. Protocol 2, reset your dopamine. We have to break that cycle of cheap stimulation. Here's a simple but incredibly powerful action. Turn off every single notification on your phone that does not come from another human being sending you a message directly. Then, stop checking your phone at random. Designate specific times, say 10 minutes at noon and 10 minutes at 6 p.m. to check social media. This puts you back in control and allows your dopamine receptors to heal. And finally, protocol 3, and this is truly the most critical step: rebuild exploration. You have to actively strengthen those D2 circuits. This means choosing to do things that are a little bit hard but deeply rewarding. Read a physical book, learn an instrument, go for a walk and actually leave your phone behind. You are literally retraining your brain to value deep, meaningful engagement again. So the key takeaway here is this: your brain isn't broken. It's not faulty. It is a perfectly healthy organ that is simply overwhelmed by an environment it was never, ever designed for. But by understanding the neuroscience behind it, you have the power to intentionally change your behavior and restore your ability to think clearly. So I'll leave you with a challenge. Thinking about what we just discussed, what is one new, real-world thing you will choose to explore this week to start rebuilding those powerful D2 circuits? Thank you for your time.
The data is clear. Your focus is a biological resource. Use it wisely. I'm the Academic Decoder. Hit subscribe to keep upgrading your biological operating system. I'll see you in the next deep dive.